sing along now.
So I wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say.
Wake up, baby.
Wake up, I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me.
You are free to be you.
I'm free to be me. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Inspiration Live. This is November 27th. It's Season 2, Episode 48. And within a few weeks here, we will have been doing this for 2 years straight, rarely missing a Sunday here with Sunday Inspiration Live. I did say we, and yes, I'm talking about myself and Keone, but you may notice there's a little something different from this picture, especially if you're a regular, and that's right, Pooki Lee is absent from the home studio, but she is in the chat right now. She just posted, "Good morning, all you beautiful people." So yes, once again, Pooki is off to not only Hawaii, she makes those trips, a few times a year because her mom and her sister live on the Big Island there. But this time, oh my gosh, she's actually, they're going to be there. She just arrived yesterday, going to be there a few days or so, and then her mom and her sister and Pooki are going to go to Japan to teach hula in Japan. And the mom and the sister have been there a number of times and made that trip, but Pooki has never been to Japan, and so the world travels continue for my beloved there. And so, but here's the cool thing. Actually, this trip, she's going to be gone for a while. For the next today and the next 2 Sundays, for 3 Sundays in a row, she will not be here at home. I'll be holding down the fort. But the cool thing is that on Friday night, we determined our topics and our themes for the next 3 Sundays, and we recorded our little talk segments there covering them. And so, yes, the topic today, as you may know, is how to survive and thrive during the holidays. And look at that photo. I came across this. I think this is up a year or two ago. I don't even remember where it was taken, but I said, why have I never used that photo? It's a pretty darn good one. And so anyway, yeah, we have a pre-recorded segment that I'll be playing a little bit later that we're going to be going pretty good depth on how to make the best of the holidays, whether you're excited about the holidays, whether they make you sad. We cover a whole full range of things about how to survive and thrive and do your best to enjoy this holiday season, because we're right on the cusp of it here. And so, yeah, so I'm glad to see Pooki got up early. It's like 5 hours earlier here. It's 9 in the morning where I am here in St. Louis Central Time, but it's like 5 hours earlier. She got up at like 4 in the morning to be with you guys here. So, yeah, it's 5 a.m. there. Oh, 5 a.m. Okay, so it's 4 hours earlier, right? Yeah. So Pooki, I'm so glad that you could join us, at least in the chat, and then you'll be hearing her, seeing her a little bit later. So yeah, I guess I already told you what's coming up here. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing a lot of interactive stuff. I got 2 original songs that I don't get to play very often, and I'm glad you're here, Pooki, because the first one is kind of a meaningful one, I believe. But anyway, I have queued up here we always start off, early on in the broadcast with a kind of a centering breathing activity that Pooki leads because she's so good at that. And I've got a clip that she recorded in Hawaii either earlier this year or last year. I can't remember exactly, but I'm going to play that for you right now. And let's all get synchronized. Right now, there are probably around 50 people or close to it who are watching this in real time, but many more people will watch the replay, and so use this to sort of get centered and connect with each other and know that there are other people around the world who are also doing this at the same time with you. So here's a little Pooki Lee from Hawaii getting us all centered.
So I'm here on the Big Island, and I didn't want to miss this opportunity to bring you the breath from the shores of Kona. So let's activate our breath together, and we're going to breathe in love, and we're going to exhale aloha. It's the same thing, however, we're going to embody the spirit of aloha in our breath. And we're going to breathe with beautiful Mother Ocean. All right? Are we ready? So let's just take a deep breath in, breathing in love. Exhaling aloha, the sacred breath. Once again, breathing in love. And exhaling aloha. One final time, taking a deep inhalation in of love, 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 love. And releasing with that sacred breath, aloha. Bring your hands back together to your heart. And feel the resonant beating of your heart. And now we're connected through the sacred breath of love and aloha.
There you go. Pooki Lee recorded earlier from the Big Island. And maybe, Pooki, while you're there, before you head off to Japan, or actually even in Japan, that'd be cool. If you want to record a new one of those and send it to me, I can play those in one of the upcoming Sundays. But definitely take some video, and show some photos on your journey, and I will. I'm sure you will be on Facebook and Instagram, but I'll show them here on the upcoming Sundays, so we can keep tabs on you there. So that was cool. Let's just check in with some comments here, and I want to remind you, we always love it when you let us know. One, where you're watching from, especially if you're not a regular. Most of the regulars can kind of have an idea where you live or you're watching from. But if it's, but let us know if it's your first time, or if we haven't seen you in a while, to say hi. Say I'm watching from blah blah blah, wherever that is. I wonder if there really is a town called blah blah blah. That would be pretty cool. But if it's your first time in particular, let us know, because we always like to celebrate new first-timers, and there's a whole group here, a tribe, if you will, a high vibe tribe that will welcome you if you let us know that. So I'm going to first highlight my honey here. Yes, I will send you some video. It's so great that you're up. Let's see here. I'm just going to check in with some other people. Let's see here. Oh, it's Tracy here. Good morning, everyone. Officially into the holiday season. I'm celebrating 1 year connected with this beautiful community. Yay. Tracy, it's great to have you on board. There's Cherie from the St. Louis area saying good morning. Hello, Deborah. Friends from rainy Cleveland, Ohio. And so it's the same here. It's like it's been cold and wet last couple days or so here in St. Louis. And so kind of nasty. Keone's a little hesitant to go out in the yard when there's rain coming down, but we're making the best of it. Hey, Dave, our St. Louis friend, South St. Louis is in the house. That's awesome. Cool. Hello, Debbie. Happy Sunday to you, too. Yes, indeed, this is a global family. There's Nunya, who we got to meet when we were in Florida last month. Let's see here. Oh, Deanne. Yes, indeed. It's a beautiful photo of you both. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Karen, stay tuned. I might have a little something of you. You might see yourself on the screen here coming up pretty soon. But that is exciting. Pooki going to Japan, as she says here. Yeah, off to Japan. So excited, and just had to be here with you. It's 5 a.m. Boy, I would be probably sleeping in if I. V-Dub says safe travels, Pooki. Anna says, good morning to my virtual family. Happy Sunday. That's right. There's Michelle saying hello to Pooki. Mary Rose wishes she was with Pooki. How many of you would wish we were with Pooki? Crystal says, hey, good morning, all. Oh, yes, indeed. All right, cool. Hey, there's Jennifer. Oh, she got all of Keone, Bob, and Pooki. Thank you for greeting us all. So, hello, sunshine buddies. Samantha is here. That's so awesome. And of course, Jillian, who's a regular. So I'll be listening, but not chatting much. Happy U.S. Thanksgiving to those who celebrated. A wonderful day and week ahead. That is really, really, really cool. And so let me go see if there are any new comments, especially if there are any first-timers here. Gaynell, hang on a second. Yeah, it says, Brooklyn in the house. Anya's here. It's Queen Nee from New Orleans. Oh, look at this. Is it Marina says hello. We got Gina. Oh my gosh. Cheryl Puckett is here. Hey everyone from Chicago. Melody is in the house. Oh, is Bill Higley here too? Does he use his name? Oh, there he is. Hey Bill. Good to see you. I see that you you also. I'm going to be giving you a call on Monday, and I see that you took advantage of the Black Friday sale on one of my abundance courses. So thank you for doing that. Eileen says it's a beautiful day. Happy love. Candy looks like he's having a bad hair day. Really? I would be the one having the bad hair day, but no, yeah, maybe he needs a brushing. I think that might be it. And there's Nunya welcoming global first timers. Let's see here. There's Joe saying good morning from Philadelphia. Hey, there's Suzanne from Palm Springs, Fremont, California. Look at all of these people from all over the world. We got Clara, regular from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. South Africa is represented. Hey, Dawn, good to see you. Oh, my gosh, there's Katie. This is like Romper Room, if you remember what the heck that was. From Indiana, we got Carissa from Columbia, Maryland. Oh, look at this from Jamaica. Wow, this is so fabulous. Loving this. And so if you're here for the first time, oh, yeah, like Katie, I think it's the first time coming from Indiana. If you're here for the first time, if it's been a while, and I tell you what, this also applies just if you showed up here. We got now over 70 people here simultaneously. If you're here, if you got up and made the effort to click on the link and watch this, just to infuse your life with a little more positivity, we gathered together some of our friends and we said, hey, let's do something special for these people. And so they obliged, and here's what we got for you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and... Yeah, that's right. We have some pretty good friends. We told them that we're going to do something special for you. That's what they did. Big round of applause. Hope that got some energy going there. I think it's time for a song here. Let me set this up. It's relatively new. So I'm going to get my lyrics set up here on the clipboard. There's a little story here, and I'm so glad that Pooki is here to witness this. She's heard this before, but so let me cue this up here, and it's the first of 2 songs I'll be playing live. All right. So several years ago, I came up with this little 4-chord pattern that I'm playing right now, and I started just like humming some different melody lines over it, but not even really having any specific lyrics. But it occurred to me that at some point that I've never like written a love song specifically for and about Pooki. And so I thought, oh, this would be a good one. I'm going to kind of keep it under wraps. But I kept it under wraps for like years, and I never really fleshed it out until a little over a year ago. We were at one of our quarterly getaways in an Airbnb. And when we go on these trips, one of our goals is to try to come out of there with 2 or 3 new song ideas. So I thought this was a great opportunity when we were there to write out some lyrics, finish the song while she was like in the other room or on the phone. And I played it for her. I debuted it when we went live a little over a year ago. So I kind of surprised her with it. And so I don't even know if maybe I've played it one more time since then. Maybe not. So I thought, since she's gone and we're all missing her, and I'm missing her, I would play this song for you. Life was pretty good. I thought I understood how to make my way. But when you came along, I sang a different song about a brighter day. That's the way I feel That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel about you. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel about you. It's true. We've had our ups and downs, been through smiles and frowns, and yet we stick like glue. As the years have passed, our love was meant to last. I can't imagine life without you. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel about you. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel about you. 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 That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel about you. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel about you. About you. There you go. My little love song to Pooki while she's away in Hawaii. Oops. Oh, I just realized something. My guitar is not even plugged in. Hopefully you still heard it, though. Oh, wow. Oh, well. On the next song, I'll have that. So you probably heard it in the background. Could you hear the guitar at least a little bit coming through the microphone? I hope so. Let me see if there are any new comments here. Oh, my gosh. Did it come in during that? Oh, that's sweet. Thank you so much, dear. I hope you enjoyed that. Another little surprise for you. I didn't tell her I was going to be doing that song. I thought I had all of my stuff together, but I forgot to plug in the guitar. It's a love fest, let's dance. That's right, Deanne. Thank you, Jennifer. Good morning, Lisa Shepherd. I can't see you, but I know you're crying listening to this. She goes, yay, that's the way I feel about you, too. Oh, so beautiful. Hey, good morning from New Jersey. To hear this long-distance serenade. I guess that is what it is. Oh, thanks, Dave, for saying that. That's sweet. Debbie, beautiful couple. Okay, well, I'm not going to highlight all these glowing comments, but I'm looking at them. Not me. Me not tearing up over the adorableness. Cool. Heard it just fine. All right, good. Awesome. Well, I have one more song at the very end. I'll try to get that guitar plugged in. But it picks it up on the mic instead of, it's a long technical story, but yeah, awesome, cool. Yes, indeed. And so let's see here. Where are we at on the, got a couple of announcements, and then we're going to play that pre-recorded segment on our topic of today. So stick around. So if you're wondering, here we are in the beginning of the holidays. And so if you want some tips, our best advice on how to navigate the upcoming weeks so that you make it a positive experience, just hang around for that. Oh, so community photos time. Here's what we like to share. Any photos that were sent in by our global family here, our High Vibe tribe. You're welcome to send photos by either email or text or whatever. But they just can't be like photos, random photos. They have to be a specific type of photo. Either it has to be something with you posing with something related to us. There's actually two categories. One is, you like you're holding a book, holding a piece of merchandise, one of my books, I should say. You could write out an affirmation, I guess. Nobody's really ever done that before, and hold it up. And or you could just, if you're playing this Sunday live on like a big screen or on a computer, take your phone and do a selfie of you in front of the the broadcast here. And another category that we really love showing is if you connect with someone else here, like you live in the same city and you connect with someone else in our tribe, take a photo of yourselves and send it to us. We'd love to share that too. And so, actually, I think it was soon after the broadcast last week. I don't think I showed this last week, but Karen, she was here earlier. Hopefully, you're still here. She sent in this photo of her doing that very thing, a selfie in front of her. Oh, she broadcast the live streams right on the on her big screen, our flat screen at home. So that's Karen. She lives in Southern Florida, and we met with her during our a little tour of the state. Had a lovely time in Hollywood, Florida. There, on the Broadwalk or Boardwalk or whatever they call it there. So it was so great to meet Karen and have some quality time with her. And yeah, and so thanks for sending that in, Karen. That's a great example of something simple that you can send in, and we'll just highlight you here. Especially if you're a regular, we might see your profile photo there and that little round, in the comments. But we'd like to see you in your natural environment and in other ways, and highlight you and thank you for joining us here and be part of the family. You are certainly welcome, Karen. That was awesome. And so obviously this past week was Thanksgiving, and there's this place called the Center for Spiritual Living where we perform once a month. We've been doing that for nearly a decade. And it's that's near our home, and we just know and love the whole community there. And so they have every Thanksgiving early afternoon. They invite people to come and share a meal, and we've been pretty much going there every year. And so just want to show a couple photos from that. Here's one that somebody took. And so you can see me there in the, I think might be wearing the same shirt that I'm wearing now, come to think of it. And to my right, to your left, is Stacy, who is, I haven't seen her yet pop up, but she's from St. Louis, and she often pops up in the comments here. Let's see. Yes, so that's her to my left as you're looking at it, and then her parents are the next two people over, and that's Lois on the far end on the left. Got then some friends there on the right of me. It's Anne and Nancy and Susan, and so that was a little photo there. I wish we would have taken more photos. We kind of missed that opportunity, but we were busy talking and eating. And then Pooki had a little lovely exchange with Jean. And so for years at the Center for Spiritual Living, Jean ran a choir there called the Rising Thought Singers for kind of decades, probably. And she's a lifelong. I don't know if she was a music teacher at some point, but music has just been a big part of her life. And she's either 93 or 94 now, and so Pooki had a lovely talk with her. Yeah, Jean has always appreciated us, and we love her, and we haven't seen her in like 3 years, like she didn't, during COVID, kind of stayed put to stay safe, and so I'm glad that Pooki had a chance. We both had a chance to talk to her, let her know how much we appreciate her, and so those are the community photos that I have at the moment. So feel free to send yours in. If you're on my email list, and I encourage you to do that, you can send them by email. If you're on the text list, you can also send them that way from your phone. And speaking of the email list, I'm really encouraging people to get on this. I mean, I know there are all sorts of ways to connect on social media and all that stuff, but and a lot of people don't put a focus on email, but I really think it's a great way to stay in touch with people outside of the social media platforms. And so if you have an email address that you check on a regular basis, I'm going to be sending more emails out about not only links to our latest stuff that we put up on, because probably a lot of stuff that we put up online you're not even aware of. And so, the latest videos, other things that we're up to, and just sharing more on a regular basis, just advice to help you live a more empowered life. And it's really easy to get on that list if you're not already. BobBakerInspiration.com is my website, BobBakerInspiration.com. Just go there, enter your name and email, and I'll even, to reward you, you'll get a download link for 6 free MP3s of affirmations and meditations for your personal use, I might add. Don't use them in YouTube videos or distribute them publicly, but they're for your personal use. And then, but it's a 2-step process. Go to that website, It's really easy to figure out where to enter your name and email. And then the step 2, the really important one, is to go to your inbox and click the link within an email to confirm that you're a real person and to confirm that you want to get emails sent to that address. It also confirms you entered the right email too. So check that out. We'd love to stay in touch. And then I'm not going to harp on this or go into the details about it, but yeah, Black Friday was a couple days ago. Tomorrow's Cyber Monday, so I jumped on the bandwagon, and there's a 25% off coupon for 3 of my most popular courses. There are 2 abundance courses and then one on health and weight loss. And if you look in the description of this video, there's a link to a page that lists all this stuff. It has the coupon code, has links to each of the 3 courses. And so if you want to save 25%, it's only good for the next couple of days. So yeah, I know you're getting bombarded with these things, but if there's a course of mine, there's like a 30-day abundance or manifesting abundance and money course. There's a 21-day abundance and money course. They're just slightly different ways of approaching it. And then there's the health and weight loss and well-being course based on the Turbocharge Your Life program we did last spring. So there, you take advantage of that. I won't say any more about it. Well, I might mention it once more at the end of the broadcast because it's only like 48 hours left for that. Where's Pooki? Brianna, we've gone into depth about that earlier. So yeah, she's in Hawaii. She's on her way to Japan with her mom and her sister, and she'll be gone actually the next 3 Sundays. But the good news is, and that's something I'm going to launch into right now, we pre-recorded 3 segments that I'll be airing each Sunday for the next couple of weeks. And so yeah, I think we pretty much set it up in this video. It's pretty, and Pooki's in the chat there too, so if you want to interact with her. So I'm going to play this video that we recorded on Friday. It goes pretty in-depth on how to make the most of the holidays, so I think it speaks for itself. And so hang in there. There's some really good stuff here, so enjoy this, and I'll be back to play another song and to get your final thoughts and all that good stuff. Where is it? Here we go. Enjoy. So, Pooki, you know what the topic is?
I do, Bob. It's all about the holidays.
How to not only survive,
yes,
but how to thrive during the holidays. That's right. And so this is a big topic. In fact, we're on the cusp, if it will. We're at the beginning of the holiday season. We've just passed Thanksgiving. The Christmas season is right ahead. And it's kind of like, I know it's one of your favorite things, it's kind of like the morning after a snowfall when there's snow on the ground, no footprints or anything.
No.
It's clear.
It's just
virgin territory.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's pristine, untouched.
That's right.
Right, and here we are getting ready to dive into the flurry of holiday festivities.
And the snow is often white, kind of like a blank canvas or a blank page.
Yes,
yes. It's still there's an opportunity to write this story, to paint this picture, right?
Yeah, we can start right here at the end of November, just as we begin to embark on our holiday adventure, we can think about how it is that we're going to experience this holiday in a way that supports us.
Exactly. And we're going to divide this into 2 categories because we're well aware that different people respond to the holidays in different ways. Yep. I tend to get excited about them. I have warm, fuzzy memories. I enjoy the holidays and even the repetitive Christmas music and the whole spirit of hanging out with friends and greeting each other. That's very appealing to me. So I'm in that category. And do you mostly fall into that?
Yes, I do. I do enjoy the holidays. I love the festivities. I love the, like the peace on earth, goodwill toward men. These are things that, like I hold in my heart all year long, but like it's so amazing to see everyone else kind of holding that too, where we just bring this sharing and caring about one another and gift giving, right? Like we're giving and we're receiving. And there's so many amazing things that happen at this time of the year.
Right.
But there are also years, where it might be a little bit difficult. And maybe for you, that's what you're experiencing right now is a year where you're being challenged, right? Like maybe Christmas has changed for you this year. Maybe someone that you love very much isn't going to be with you this year for Christmas.
Right, either by distance or by being on the other side of the veil,
Other
as
side
they
of the
say.
veil, or
Yeah.
or maybe some things have changed for you.
Or maybe every year it just brings up, a lot of people are getting more sad during the holidays. So we want to acknowledge this full range. So we're going to be hitting this from two different angles, basically. First, we're going to be talking about if the holidays are positive, how to survive and maintain your balance and all that. And then we'll talk about the if it's not an uplifting time of the year, and how to make the best of that type of situation.
Right.
So let's jump into the excited one.
Okay, let's do that.
So I know with some people who are really like the holidays, can kind of go all in,
or all out.
all in or all out. And so one tip here to make the best of it is moderation. Pace yourself. You may want to attend all the parties, and we're coming out of COVID, and so people are really excited about that social interaction. And so, whoops, I think I accidentally hit something here. Let me get rid of that. Hang on a second. Siri got activated because I think I hit my keyboard there. I'm obviously on a Mac. But yeah, so you need to pace yourself, right? And so that you don't overextend it. So gauge your level of enthusiasm. Are you packing your schedule with too many things? Are you overdoing it, which could lead to burnout, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Too many parties, too much time, not enough planning. So there's so many things that you can do to really support yourself during this time of the year, right? One of the things is, like, I think about all these people that just go all out, like they have the outrageous outdoor decorations, and they have the big tree, and all the presents and everything, just like kind of going overboard. Now, there's some people in my family who do that.
Yeah, we have
and they get really stressed out by it.
Yeah.
Like they wait till the last minute to wrap all the presents and stuff like that.
Guilty.
So then, Christmas Eve, we're sitting there wrapping presents until like 2:00 in the morning. And so it's just like, there's so many things that you can do to just kind of pace yourself, take it easy, plan ahead, wrap your gifts as you purchase them. Right? Just set up a little wrapping station in your house where it's already all the ribbons and all the tape and everything is already there, and you just have to bring that item over and wrap it up.
Yeah, and that along with that, that planning ahead is breaking. It's just like any good goal setting advice, is taking a big aspiration and breaking it down into bite-sized chunks. And so, don't wait till the last minute to do all your stuff. Do the best that you can to spread it out over a number of weeks and break it up into manageable steps. That includes decorating, gift purchasing if you're doing that, gift buying, wrapping, making plans to meet with people. Like sometimes you wait till the last minute and they already have plans. So, do the best you can to do yourself a favor and plan ahead. Here's a good one now. So sometimes the people who are excited about Christmas have warm memories about that, and they get attached to like this ideal holiday situation, especially if you had this like perfect Hallmark movie kind of, Christmas, maybe you had a number of them years ago, and that's your ideal of what you're shooting for. And you can easily be disappointed if your experience doesn't live up to that. So it's like, have realistic expectations and don't compare what you're going through now to the past and rate it by comparison as being less than. What do you, is there some truth to that?
Absolutely. Because things will change. I can remember like my childhood, there were some Christmases that were really amazing, and like my mother was all into decorating and all that stuff. And like our tree was a big deal, and then when I became an adult and I had my own family, my tree became a really big deal. And then there was like one year where I couldn't have a tree. And then, it was just like trying to figure out how to navigate around that. So I got a smaller tree, or I just decorated my mantle. I did what I could to like bring in the energy of Christmas, even though I wasn't able to maintain this holiday tradition that we had of putting up this amazing tree with all of these ornaments, So you just have to find ways to like just shift it up a little bit. And when we're talking about traditions, one thing that you could do is you could start some new holiday traditions
like that,
for your family. When I was little, we used to make sugar cookies, right? And we decorate them with the frosting and all that stuff. Well, now if you're a little bit more health conscious, right, you might
Right.
not want to make.
It's a vegan Christmas.
But you could make like some banana bread or some other things, or string popcorn and put that on your tree. Just other things that you could do, building other traditions. So, what is
Right.
it that you care about in the holiday season, and how can you bring some sort of like tradition into that into the holiday spirit?
And I like that, starting new traditions
Yeah.
that will be good memories in the future. But along with that, being realistic, a lot of times it has to do with people. Like, especially if you have warm memories of when like everyone was available, they all came over to the house this one year or maybe multiple years, and now that's not the case. People moved, they're busy, they have families, and so you're attached to this. This memory of the past, but the danger here is that you're putting your happiness in the hands of other people's decisions and other people's behavior.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you can never win that.
You'll always be disappointed.
Yeah.
Always.
So beware when you find yourself being attached to decisions that other people are making. I mean, I know it can be disappointing. We were just talking to a friend today that he's not able to see his grandkids during the holidays because of some family strife, and they always want them to come over to their place and never to his. And so, yeah, I know it can be a little difficult, but do your best to find a way to enjoy the holidays the best you can without relying on other people to do certain things for
in
you
a very certain
yeah,
specific way.
and
Yeah.
have that be attached to your joy, because that's
Yeah.
Then a couple other things.
That's not easy though.
Oh, it's not easy at all. Better easier said than done. That's for sure. It's okay to say no. That's, again, if your calendar is being is booked up, people are inviting you to parties or whatever, asking you to do something. You go, thanks for the invitation, but I'm not gonna be able to do that. I won't be able to help you because I'm putting my priority on other things this holiday season. And then maintain healthy habits, not just eating habits, which is a big one. We're all distracted by the goodies at Christmas time.
Oh my goodness.
But don't get away from your whatever it is, your meditation practice, your workout routine, affirmations. You still want to keep doing those.
Right.
During,
And your healthy eating guidelines, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So just pay attention, not that you wouldn't give to yourself and not that you wouldn't enjoy the holidays and have fun, but like think of everything in like moderation, right? And so just not going too overboard one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's just general ones before we shift over into the maybe with Christmas not being so pleasant. Just having a tolerance of family members. That's often a cause of strife for a lot of people. You're going to get together with Uncle so and his religious or political beliefs don't gel with mine, and it's going to be friction. And just accept that that's what you already know that about him. Just accept that that's what's going to be. Love him as best you can. There's a note here: be the Switzerland of the family. Stay neutral. Don't get involved in the wars.
Yeah, you can just be the silent observer. Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to engage, especially like in a gathering where you have family members and there's so much going on in the world. It's possible that something could bubble up out of somebody's mouth.
And
hopefully it's not yours,
Yeah.
but something could show up, and you can take that moment to just take a deep breath, just breathe in, and just release and be the observer, be the silent witness in this moment, as to not like agitate the situation or kind of right, bring some energy into the room that you don't want to. You just definitely don't want to have conflicts at family gatherings, and there's such a potential for it, because it's like the one time of the year where your family will gather, and so maybe you haven't seen them all year, maybe you haven't seen them since last Christmas. And you don't really know, what's going on in their life, because some of these big family gatherings are just like that. And, and somebody might say something, that, right, just doesn't sit right with you.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose in that moment to just kind of bow and acknowledging that is who that person is, and that they get to be that way. They get to. I know it's crazy sometimes. And just allow yourself to step back from it and not engage in it, so that, you don't have a story about this Christmas that involves you and another person.
That's right.
Not getting along or having an interaction that
Can be the Switzerland of the family.
Yeah.
Stay neutral.
Stay in joy.
That's right.
Right?
Stay
Do everything.
If you're confident in who you are, just in your stay centered, as I like to say, then you will be better off.
Yeah, stay in joy.
Yeah.
And just realize too, like think about it like this, because I've often thought, like, is this worth me surrendering my joy for?
That's a great question to
Is
ask.
this worth it? Is getting involved in this conversation worth me surrendering my joy? And then you
Probably
get to,
not.
yeah, probably not. Probably not. So how is it that you want to feel in these environments? How do you want to feel? And then operate from that place of being. Activate that feeling within your body. Something shows up that's in conflict with how you want to feel, let it go. Just move on past it.
Exactly. I think some of those tips will apply to this next thing we're going to shift into for folks who, again, maybe in general, the holidays are not the happiest time for a variety of reasons.
I know a few people.
Here's some quick tips here for that one. One is throw guilt out the window. So don't feel bad about feeling bad during the holidays. Give yourself permission to feel that way and have a sense of, in the same way that you're going to accept Uncle Frank or whatever it is, accept yourself as well. And maybe know that this might come up. Not that you want to anticipate it, but to acknowledge that I felt this way in the past, so it may come up when it does. You're not surprised, but just be accepting of it. Give yourself some grace.
Yeah, give yourself some grace. Nurture yourself during this time. If you're grieving, if there's grief, and that's the reason why the holidays aren't happy for you this year, allow yourself to experience that grief. And nurture yourself. Be loving and kind to yourself. Find ways that you can give to yourself. Absolutely. Go and buy something for yourself and wrap it and put it under the tree, or loving, nurturing ways like give yourself a bubble bath, take yourself out to dinner. If you don't feel like being around others, that's okay too. Right. If you're feeling kind of isolated, and I just said if you don't feel like being around others, that's okay, and it is. But if you're feeling kind of isolated, it might be a good idea to reach out to someone and just let them know, hey, look, I'm just feeling kind of alone this Christmas, and maybe you could keep an eye on me, or just check in with me every couple of days, or something like that.
Or just reach out to people to have conversations. Just have that social interaction, whether you talk about your sadness or not, can be uplifting. It can help release some of that pressure valve. Because you're right. A lot of people who feel sad, they think they're the only ones. Everybody else is out celebrating, so I'm going to withdraw. And I'm going to be in isolation, but you're not the only one. No. So reach out, because that social contact, especially with people who are going to support you and care about you. That doesn't mean you have to wallow in it and make it part of your story. Although if that's helpful to get it out, you can, the good friend, you can do that as well. But just talking to people, communicating, whether by phone, Zoom, in person, whatever it is, just do your best to reach out to others. You can never go wrong. We've talked about this often, but practicing gratitude. It's a great time of the year just to be thankful for the good stuff in your life, even though you may feel something's missing or there may be a negative.
Well, what's the gratitude and what's missing?
Yeah.
There has to be something that was really beautiful about that, whatever that is, whether it be a person, a place, a job, whatever it is,
the time of your life that you treasure,
right? Yeah. So just have gratitude for that which you're grieving. What are the things that you can be grateful for in your grief? And something, like I've often heard it said, like when you're really going through a really difficult time, and you feel like you're not loved or supported, you just don't feel supported. Not loved might be in there too, but one thing that you can do is go and give to others. Go volunteer, go work, go walk, go to the homeless. There's a homeless center here in St. Louis, and on Thursday nights you can meet with people at 7:00, and you can go and visit the homeless camps and bring blankets and things like that. So if you're feeling really sad this holiday season, see about maybe doing something really beautiful and wonderful and good for another. And you know what? Believe it or not, there's something that happens when we give in that way, when we give our hearts and we volunteer and we show up for people who are less fortunate than we are. Something happens for us on a really deep level. and it changes us. And so, um, you know, I've often told people when they need help, if you really need help, go help somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the best way to lift yourself up too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yeah, pamper yourself. The self care is so important. Nurture yourself. Give yourself a lot of grace. Sometimes people are sad because they feel, there's the commercialization with music, commercialization of the holidays, and people don't like that. That's all about buying stuff, and if you're short on money, you go, I don't want to go to that parties. I can't afford a gift, or I can't participate in that gift giving thing, and I don't want to stand out, and blah blah blah. Well, there's many different ways of giving gifts. You can hand make something, something that's a unique creation that would be special, meaningful to somebody that you're giving it to.
We had beautiful cards made for us when we were in Florida.
Oh yeah,
beautiful handmade cards that had our name, and they were kind of like doodly, and it was just something simple like that. How about all kinds of things you can make? What's really important too? What's better than money? Oh my gosh, time.
Yeah.
Time, right? So there were many years that I didn't have money to do Christmas. And so I would create dates with people. I would say this, I'd make little like coupons, like this ticket is good for a lunch date with Pooki, at my house, and so that I could make them lunch or something like that, and they could come and they could visit, or it was good for a date in the park or at the botanical garden or something like that, or going to the movies or just something like that. Something that you could do with them where you're sharing time rather than buying something and giving. Like for me, like the commercialization of Christmas it hasn't sat well with me for a real long time. People get into a lot of debt for no good reason, and really, there's so much more that we have that we can give to each other, held within our own being, like our time, our heart, our compassion, our care. And so, like as you're looking at that Christmas list and you're looking down the names of all of those people, think about when was the last time that you spent time with that person? When was the last time that you spent time with that person? All right, can you think of maybe some things that you might be able to do? Gifts of time, creating experiences are so much more valuable to me. I have an abundance of things, right? So I don't need any more things. Bob and I went to the store the other day and bought him a couple of shirts. Just nothing, so it's just like, but to go and spend time with him, to have a date with him, and to go out and have dinner and see a show, that would be like amazing to me. So think about what are some of the other things that you could do that don't necessarily involve money. And I think that those are the most cherished ones of all. I have all of my handmade gifts that have been given to me, all my little scarves and mittens and booties and all kinds of things, right? And I remember who gave these things to me and how they were made, and and it means something. It means so much more. So believe me, if you're struggling with money right now, and a lot of people are, things have gotten pretty pricey these days, know that you are enough, that who you are is enough during this holiday season. And if you have children and, you want to give to them and you're not able to, first off, they already know that. They know that the money's not there, to have an outrageous Christmas, but you can do things with them or for them, like pajama party nights, sit down and do cartoon binges and things like. There's all kinds of things that you can do to get really creative in your giving and because we give gifts to people because we want to let them know that they matter to us, right? You mean something to me. I want to give this thing to you. It's so much better when we're actually giving something of ourselves and telling someone that they matter. And I prefer it over store-bought gifts and things like that. So much more, Bob knows.
Yes, you do. This is great stuff. We're going to wrap this up because we're already like 21 or 22 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, time flies. Just one more quick thing. This kind of relates to the same thing the advice that we had for the people that were excited is that quite often, sometimes when your sadness is attached to a memory of the past or something the way something used to be that's no longer that way, or it could be attached to a negative memory that you keep on playing over and over again every holiday season. It reminds you of that bad thing that happened. But so stop or focus on today. Focus on starting new traditions, new happy memories that'll be memories in the future, and try to detach from the past. Start a new thing for yourself, and just stop that movie from endlessly playing, the one that's not serving you, that's not entertaining. It's not making you smile.
And kind of has got you in a funk.
Robbing you of your joy.
Yeah.
And just start playing a new movie because in your mind, you are the director of whatever you want to create.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Isn't that beautiful? So write a new movie with a Hallmark ending or whatever.
It's your story. You get to write it however you want. You
That's
get to
right.
feel however you want to feel in it too.
That's right. So we just wanted to share these tips since we're on the cusp of this holiday season.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, anyway, yeah, thanks for listening to this. Thanks for recording it before you headed off to Hawaii and Japan.
Yep.
And now it's back to you, Bob.
Sayonara.
So, all right, there you go. I tried to wear the same shirt I was wearing when we when we recorded that. So yeah, that went on for like 23 minutes. So I hope I loved interacting with you in the chat. Actually, I sent Pooki a text during that because, as I mentioned, we recorded 3 of these for the next, the 3 Sundays that she's going to be out of town. But I was saying maybe we should do this every month. That way, we'll just we'll play the pre-recorded talk in the middle of our live broadcast, and that way we can interact with you all in real time during the during the broadcast. Anyway, so there's no more to say about that because we pretty much. I'm sure there's other things we could have covered, but I think we did a pretty. We covered a wide range of things there. Let's do some affirmations now, and I wrote some last night that deal with this. That kind of hit on the themes that we talked about. So I'm going to pull these up. Won't have the benefit of Pooki repeating them after me, but I'm going to leave a little space for you to repeat them back to yourself. So wherever you are, if you're able to do this, and just how this works. I'm going to pull them up. Here's some holiday survival and thriving affirmations. Here we go. This holiday season, I move at my own pace. Your turn. During the holidays, I maintain healthy habits. This holiday season, I focus on today instead of the past. During the holidays, I am tolerant of different viewpoints. This holiday season, I accept my feelings. During the holidays, I practice gratitude. And finally, a little lighthearted final affirmation. Ho, 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 and away we go. I had to throw that in there. I was thinking, what kind of affirmation could I use to sum this whole thing up? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I love reading the comments here. And I'm glad that you got, we cover such a wide range of stuff. It's interesting how different people will resonate with different points that we made, depending on where you are in your life and the experiences you had with the holidays. And so that's why we wanted to cover the whole range, because not everybody is sad, not everybody is happy. A lot of people are neutral, like Switzerland. Yeah, so we hope that you found something that was helpful there. Now, of course, we always like to lighten things up. I like to think we cover these topics. We're serious about the topics that we cover because this is important work that we're doing to better our lives and to root out the things that are painful and maybe holding us back. But it's also important to not take ourselves too seriously. And so, which is why ever since, I can't remember exactly what month we started it this year, but we have a regular segment called It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Shadoobie-wah. Bob's Comedy Corner. That's right. Together, let's all say Shadoobie-wah. A lot of people are resonating with my ho, ho, ho there. And so this is one of those Sundays where I look at the date. Today is November 27th. I see that anything significant happened on this date that might spark an idea for a theme, for some jokes, and man, oh man. So, the first thing that I found out about this, I didn't really have to look any further than this, but today, on this date, I don't remember what year, but Jimi Hendrix, classic guitar player, was born on this date. And so, of course, it was a little challenging because I couldn't find a whole lot of jokes about Jimi Hendrix. And then I went with, I'll go with the era and then just like guitars and rock music in general. So there's probably, I got a long list here, so I'm going to get to them. But these are jokes inspired by Jimi Hendrix. And so let me cue up my laughter, my rim shots here. All right, cool. And so, are you ready for this? Here we go. This is a longer one at the beginning here. We're starting off with Jimi Hendrix specific jokes. A man walked into a convenience store wearing a Jimi Hendrix t-shirt. Then he walked out with a pack of Double Bubble he hadn't paid for. The clerk yelled, "Hey, Joe, where are you going with that gum in your hands?" This apparently was an actual quote from, Jimi Hendrix. He said, "Knowing me, I'll probably get busted at my own funeral." He thought that was pretty funny apparently he had some issues with that during his lifetime. Oh, so now let's go with the era that Jimi Hendrix performed in. How did the Stoners get to Woodstock? They rode in the Cannabus. Yeah, these are goofy, but hopefully I'm making you laugh. How do you know a guitarist is extremely worried? He starts to fret a lot. Fret a lot. There are frets on it. Okay. This is an interesting story. I bought a guitar off of Craigslist the other day, but it doesn't work. I guess I should have known when the guy said no strings attached. Did you know that the band U2's, their first few albums have been remastered without the guitar parts on them? Well, that certainly takes the edge off. Speaking of the band U2, did you know that their lawyers work for free? Yeah, pro bono. Bill, are you still here? You might enjoy that one. Pro bono. Okay. Iron, arsenic, lead, mercury, and cadmium formed a new 5-piece rock group. Yep, they're a heavy metal band. Thank you very much for you science geeks out there. Oh, here's an interesting observation. The fact that there's a highway to hell and a stairway to heaven says a lot about the anticipated traffic. I thought that was a good one. What do you call a head injury? These are just musician jokes in general now. What do you call a head injury at a drummer convention in Moscow? It's a concussion at the Russian percussion discussion. I got that out in one take. Woo, that was a mouthful. What do you call a cat that's been listening to way too much loud rock and roll music? Def Leppard. I really have to get more of a variety of laughter sounds here, don't I? Ooh, why did the punk rocker cross the road? Because he accidentally stapled himself to the chicken. Okay, 3 more. Which rock band has members with obsessive compulsive disorder? OCDC. I hope that was politically correct. How many rock drummers does it take to change a light bulb? And a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, who is the drummer in the Mexican Beatles tribute band? Of course, Gringo Starr. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Just looking at the comments here. A lot of ha-has. Some of you like to point out some of your favorite jokes. I love the ha-has, the LOLs, Highway to Hell, Hell is Stairway to Heaven. That was a good one. And I just find these things online. I do reword them though, because sometimes I just like to finesse the wording to set it up better. The edge off, pro bono. Clara like the you two jokes. So yeah, I think we all need laughter in our lives, and so make sure that you get a good dose of it, no matter what's going on in your world. We just don't, as adults, we don't laugh enough. We don't have fun enough. So thank you for those kind words about that. Heading into the stretch here, probably just we're not gonna just gonna wrap it up here into a final song. But it reminds you of a couple of things. Did you know, I've mentioned this before, when I look at the sort of the analytics or the stats behind the scenes in my dashboard on YouTube, I noticed that 60% of the people who watch my videos do not subscribe to the channel. They are not subscribers. And so if that includes you, let's fix that right now. And so so there's a couple things. So subscribe to the channel. You should be watching it on some device, so you can hit the subscribe button. It'll let you know if you are or not. Take the additional step of clicking the notification bell, and that way it'll make you, because if you just hit subscribe alone, it'll make you aware. It'll show you every now and then. But if you click the notification bell, that says that this is important. So whenever there's like 3 pieces of 3 or 4 a week, and so it's not going to overwhelm you. But we'd like to keep you, make you. It'll let you know every time I post a new video. And also, like this video, share it with somebody who could use these holiday tips in particular. And we may post that holiday thing as its own standalone video sometime later this week. I'm thinking about doing that with our regular segments. It's an idea I've had for a while where, we broadcast live for 60 to 90 minutes and then maybe take that little talk segment and post it as its own standalone video so people can find it and go right to that alone. So I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Check out all the links in the description below. It links to Pooki's channel and to some of the select things that we've got going on. Again, I want to remind you that I'm jumping on the Black Friday, Cyber Monday bandwagon, and there are 3 courses of mine that you can between now and Wednesday, or for the next 48 hours or so, you can get 25% off. And there's a coupon, but look in the description. It's like the second paragraph. There's a link to a page that lists the 3 courses, the coupon code. And so if you'd like to get some of our courses that maybe you haven't been exposed to and get a discount, there's an opportunity there for you. Also, just want to remind you to please get on the email list. I'll be sending out more emails with helpful tips like you see here. The email is really the best way to get information from us. I send out links to the newest videos and different things. And also, we're going to be talking about some topics related to this 3-step process that we have developed and are developing, and we're always tweaking it and adding to it, but it's basically a 3-step process for personal growth and personal transformation that's summed up with the words heal, activate, and connect. Heal, activate, and connect. And within each of those 3 categories, there are 3 subcategories. We're actually going to be talking about 2 of those subcategories in the coming Sundays. So you can be looking forward to that. I don't have that list of what those things are in front of me. Maybe I should look those up real quick. But so one of them is going to be about how to identify your limiting beliefs. I think that's next Sunday. We talk a lot about how to replace negative beliefs, but we don't really haven't gone in depth about how to identify them. That's next Sunday, and the Sunday after that will be how to create a physical environment that supports you in your quest to upgrade to a new improved version of yourself. So Yvette, there's not going to be like a dance track here. I'm going to play a song at the end. You can move around to that, but I don't have one of our electronic music tracks for this week. But I will. I'll add one next week though, if there's because I know you all like to move around. Yeah, I don't want to miss anything like Mick Jagger. Okay, that's funny. Let's see here. And so, yeah, I talked about the email list. Oh, yeah, I talked about the upcoming weeks. And so I'm going to grab my guitar, which is now plugged in. I'm going to do another original song that's kind of a solo tune that I rarely have a chance to do when Pooki's in town. So, yeah, the one great opportunity or one nice thing about going solo is there are some songs that I've written over the years that are just solo tunes that usually I don't do because the two of us like to perform for you, but it gives me an opportunity to play these for you. So hang on a second. Woo! And this is a song that basically expresses. Oh, hang on a second. Let me get this queued up here. Take a drink. While I'm playing this, I want you to post your top takeaways from this morning. Which all those wide array of tips that we covered for the holidays, what resonated with you most? What are you going to put into practice? Because it's great to hear all these ideas, but what are you actually going to use? What are you going to implement in your life? And we don't expect you to do all of them, but which one stood out for you, one or two? And so I want you to post that in the comments while I'm playing this song. At the end of the song, I will highlight some of those, so just share them with the community, and then we'll wrap things up and move on with our day. So this is a song that I wrote some years ago that's about that feeling like when you've had this amazing experience, and it could be all kinds of types of experience. It could be an inner insight that you had. It could be a physical experience, some I don't know, concert you saw or whatever, and you're trying to explain it to somebody, but you know that no matter how, just talking about it, no matter how you describe it, you're not going to do it justice. And so I don't know, that's kind of the part of the what this song is about, but there's probably more to it than that, but that's what it means to me. It's a little poppy song, and feel free to dance to this, even though it doesn't have the big drum beat going on behind it. I'd like to think it's kind of upbeat, and it's something that you can move around to. All right, here we go. I'm swimming into ocean. I'm living in the now. It's deeper than the ocean. It's like a wedding vow. It's much more than emotion. It's something I adore. It's like a love potion. And it's so much more. I may never find a way to explain this to you, so I hope you find your way too. I'm flying over mountains. It's like I'm in a dream. I'm swimming in a fountain. I'm floating downstream. I may never find a way to share this path with you, so you can come and feel this too. Oh, 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 It's much more than emotion. It's something I adore. It's like a love potion, and it's so much more. I may never find a way to explain this to you, So I hope you find your way to. So I hope you find your way to. So I hope you'll find your way to. There you go. The song is called Find Your Way. I hope you enjoyed that. And by the way, it's so funny. I listen or I read the comments that come in on the YouTube channel all the time, and somebody will come across one of our musical videos and they go, "Oh, this is so cool. You should do more of these." And little do they know, there's an entire playlist. There's a lot more of those. And so in the description, there is a list to our positive music playlist. So anything that we've done or I posted on my channel that's related to music, whether they're actual songs or they're affirmations over beats, anything that's kind of musically slanted, is in one big fat awesome playlist. And so if you want to hear more of our musical stuff, just look in the description or go to the playlist tab too. But it's probably easier just to go to the description. It'll take you right to it, and you can play the whole thing. Find some new favorites there. I'm going to highlight some of your takeaways here that were posted while I sang that song. Let's see here. Where did that... Where's the first one here? Okay, Cherie says, enjoy family and friends, but do not stress about it at this holiday time. Let things flow and be happy. That's a beautiful takeaway. Deanne says, I'm just so grateful for you, Bob and Pooki. Oh, thank you. And for everything that we do. My life is so much better. Oh, thank you. The feeling is mutual. We have enjoyed getting to know you and glad that our presence has been beneficial. Isn't that what we all want, is to be a beneficial presence on the planet? Not only to feel good ourselves, but to spread that to other people. And that's kind of like the mission that we're on there. Let's see here. CEO says, so ready for some tunes. Thank you, everyone, for bringing up your spirits, wishing you happiness. Cherie said she loved that song. Thank you. Lisa, top takeaway. It's okay to create your own holiday traditions, even if they don't look like past traditions. Enjoy time with family, friends, and remember to take time for yourself as well. That is a great summary. And thank you for that, Lisa. And actually, Lisa and CEO, who I mentioned earlier, they are members of a little mini team that we have going to helping support us in different ways. And so we really appreciate your presence in our lives. Let's see here. Clara has takeaway, maintain healthy habits and focus on and enjoy today. Those are great ones. Yvette simply says, woohoo! It's a good exclamation of joy. Again, thank you for the comments on the song. Karen says, takeaway, live in the present moment, forgive and forget the past. Yeah, there's a little gray area there. I was saying focus on today instead of the past, particularly if you have negative associations with the past. And there's the two ways: if you've had negative experiences that you associate with the holidays, or if you're thinking of the past as being the glory days, and there was a perfect holiday years ago when the family together, and now I don't have that. If that's not serving you, but I have my mom created some great memories for me. So I do pull the past into the future in a positive way. So it really depends on how you're relating to the past. So I don't forget the past. I savor it because I have positive memories of it. And so everybody has to approach that a different way. But if you find yourself being brought down by connecting to the past or associating or feeling like it wasn't it used to be great and now nobody's showing up or whatever, that's not a healthy thing. And so, yeah, create some new memories. Focus on today. CEO says, yeah, Goss, I'm definitely going to look for the music playlist. Again, it's in, oops. Thank you. I've been talking this whole time with reverbs. Thank you, Lisa, for making me aware of that. Yes, I'm missing Pooki too, but if you tuned in late, yeah, I explained it at length earlier about where she is and all that good stuff. What's it calling you support? What's it calling you support? What's it called when you support you all on a monthly basis? You talking about Patreon? Yeah, there's a Patreon page. We took it out of it's not actually in the description currently, but let me know or text me and I will let you more about that. Like, I thought you were already part of that, but maybe not. Hang on a second. Oh, let's see. I tune into you and Pooki Christmas Day and never feel lonely. Here's the thing too. Did you know that Christmas Day and New Year's Day fall on a Sunday this year? And right now we're planning on doing our normal thing, Christmas morning and New Year's Day morning. It'd be interesting to see who turns up on New Year's Day. But that's our plan. I'll confirm that as we get closer. But I think it would be great to spend Christmas morning with you all. Let me know. Actually, let me know in the comments. Do you want us to stream live on Christmas Day, normal time, New Year's Day? Put it in there, and we'll just I'll pay attention to what you're saying. Yeah, and see how you feel about that. Let's see here. Yvette, takeaways to create new memories that make you feel grateful. Yeah, start new traditions that will be your positive memories in the future. Yes, that's right, Deanne. All the links, so many things that we talk about are in the description below this video. Yeah, Patreon's not currently in the description. I could add it, but if you have an interest in that, contact me and I will send you that link. Like Cheryl says, there are always so many wonderful takeaways. Take only your good memories with you into this coming holiday season and make sure to make new ones. And send Cheryl some love. She's had a loss in her family recently that is kind of rocking her world here as we head into the holidays. So we're sending you all healing vibes, Cheryl. Send her some of that good vibrations in the chat here before we end up. So Clara says, oh, yes, I'll be here both days. Jessica says, yes, on the 25th. CO says, we will be there. I would love that, Bob, if it doesn't take away from the other joys or from our, yeah. So we have an interest, yeah, we don't have like a huge family or big, so we can eat, actually totally work that into our schedule without sacrificing anything on our part. Yes, support for the Christmas show. Yes to both Christmas and New Year's. Yes to both. Not sure I'll make it New Year's Day. I don't blame you, Jennifer. Laurie says, I would love a Christmas live stream. It would be the first time being by myself. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we realize that Christmas in particular, some people might have family things going on. Understandably, you want to focus on that unless you just want to play us in the background. But there are people that don't have anywhere to be or anyone to be with. So that's another big reason that we want to do it Christmas morning. The vet says that there's all thumbs up. No, please don't. Well, no, please don't trouble yourself. Well, it's not trouble on our end. So yeah, if we were like avoiding a family gathering at that time because of this, but there's nothing like that going on. So we all do things with our families at different times now on Christmas morning. All right, cool. You're welcome, Cheryl. I'm happy to send you some positive vibes. Let's see here. All right, cool. I think we've got it covered here. This has been awesome. And so, again, next 2 Sundays, Pooki will be still in either Hawaii or Japan. But I've got the pre-recorded segments that we did Friday night that really looking forward to it. Yeah, we were just like, we did 3 of them in a row, and we were just like on a roll. And there's some really good stuff coming up. And so be looking for new like affirmation videos this week. Something's going up. You could be surprised along with me. Oh, Pookie's there, saying, okay, it looks like Christmas and New Year's it is. We love you. That's all. That's right. And we do indeed. And so I'm gonna sign off for right now, but everybody have an amazing rest of your day. Have an awesome week. I'll be back here with more inspiration live on next Sunday. All right. Take care, everybody. Love you. So long for now.